So you told me before that you grew up in this area?
Yes.
You've been a long, long time living in Boise.
Yes.
How long have you been doing this work?
At least for 5 years.
And how did you get into it?
I think I had many problems. First of all, I had to feed my family.
So you're the main breadwinner for your whole family?
Yes.
Okay. Do you earn enough doing this work?
Not really. I don't really earn enough.
So does that force you? You said before that sometimes you will take less money from a client
Yes, that's true.
because you know there's many mouths to feed at
Yes.
home.
I have to provide food. First of all, I have to provide medication for my dad. So I can take whatever I get.
And what about your children? Are they in school or they're still young?
I have one in school.
So you need to pay school fees?
Yes, I pay school fees.
For you, what are the real problems in this work?
Really, the real problems in this work. First of all, there is many diseases that we can get. Sometimes you can get a client when a client does not want to use condom. So you have to go along with it. And another disease is HIV.
Do you think many of the girls working are infected?
Yes.
Do they know they're infected?
Some of them, they can go for the checkup. And others don't go really because they are afraid to know the news.
So you think the main reason they don't go is because they think they are,
Yeah.
but they fear to go?
Yeah.
What about other STDs, sores, and those other ones
I
that
think-
men have as well, and then they give it to you? How do you deal with those ones? Do you check first or you can't?
First of all, I first get the symptoms. Then I have to go
Okay.
check.
And does that mean you can't work for a few days?
No.
You still work?
Yes.
And how do you protect yourself during that time?
Really, I can't guarantee how I can protect myself because it depends on the client. If a client wants to use a condom, if a client doesn't want, so for me, I don't have a right to choose what a client wants.
You don't think you have that right?
Yes, I don't have that right.
How many clients can you get in a day?
I think it comes with luck. Sometimes you can get 4, 5, maybe 10
Okay.
if you had a very good luck.
So on a normal week, how many can you have in a week?
On a weekend, you can get more than 9. Then on these days, maybe 4, 5.
So there could be some days where you don't get any clients.
Yes.
Are there incidents? Can you tell me any incidents of very bad violence?
Mainly, the first instance is when a man is drunk. Then, when a man is drunk, he can use you, and then starts to beat you without paying.
Examples when several men want to have one girl.
Yes. You can find yourself in a situation whereby one man takes you and you find 3 of them in the house. You can't fight them. You have to play along.
Do you feel scared in that situation?
Yes, you have to feel scared because you were a woman. You find 3 men in the house. You have to be scared, really.
Have you yourself had any incidents of abuse and violence?
Once.
What happened? Can you tell us about it?
I think it was about cocaine. I had a client. I didn't know how it happened really, but after using me, he started beating me without paying.
How was he beating you? On your face, your body?
Everywhere.
Using what? His hands?
His hands.
Okay. Did you feel you were in very grave danger?
Yes.
What did you do?
Really, I had to scream with no one to help me. So
No one came in to help you?
I had to to push the man behind. Then I went out running.
And of course he didn't.
I don't know, really. I think that they 12, 11, 10. I think their mothers are the one forcing them to do that.
And why do the mothers force them to do it?
Everything is about money, really.
Because there's no money. So do those young? What happens with the young ones? Do the men like the young ones more, or are they scared of the young ones?
No.
Why do they like them more?
I don't know, really. I don't know.
Do sometimes the men make you do things that you really don't want to do?
Yes, most of the times.
So do you refuse some things? Are you able to refuse if a man asks you for something that you don't want to do?
Sometimes I can refuse.
And if you refuse, what happens?
Sometimes he can just go.
Okay.
And sometimes he can start beating you.
How do you think in your work young women or women like yourself can stop that violence?
I don't know. Maybe we can stop the virus through getting out of that job, getting good jobs.
What job would you like to do?
What job would I like to do? That is a very good question, because I always had a dream. I always wanted to become an artist, because I love it so much. But the job that I really want in my life, the job that I really dreamed of, was to make a world a better place by talking about God, preaching the gospel. That's the job that I really like.
So you go to church?
Sometimes I go to church.
Is that what keeps you going?
Yes. And my family, really. I know that I have to feed my family, so I have to work very hard. And every day I go back home smiling, because I now find my 2 kids and my family waiting for me, and they are happy. I think that they should know that we all go in that job when we don't want to. I think that if someone out there who can help us, who can at least provide something for us, I think that we will be glad to have that something. Maybe he or she can change our world into a better place.